Ben McKee, Patrick Brown, Go Vols 247. Tennessee beats Florida 38-33 inside of Neyland Stadium. And it may not have been ugly, but Tennessee fans should not and will not complain because a win over Florida, you take it any way you can.
Yeah, it got really hairy there at the end, Ben, with Florida having a chance maybe to throw the end zone in the final few seconds after getting an onside kick. But I guess it wouldn't be a Tennessee win if there wasn't some drama there at the end. But the bottom line is Tennessee beat Florida second time in 18 years, second time since 2004. There'll be time to nitpick over this win, as Wes Rucker just said, but that's not tonight. Just enjoy it, and this is going to be a top 10 football team tomorrow afternoon.
No, and the story in the positive manner is that Hendon Hooker had an all-time great performance, almost 300 passing yards, 2 passing touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 22 of 28, ran for over 100 yards, rushed for a touchdown, and he did so while battling an injury, one of the all-time great quarterback performances against Florida. And RG3's tweeting that he's a Heisman frontrunner now.
Yeah, no, this was the list of Tennessee quarterbacks to beat Florida. It's not that long, particularly recently. But Hooker turned in a performance that was more than worthy of getting a win against the Gators. He was outstanding. Really, both quarterbacks were. Anthony Richardson, he was as advertised for me. Had a great game. Tennessee had a tough time slowing him down. But, I mean, the story that it has to be Hendon Hooker. This was what probably he envisioned when he came back. This is probably what really everybody playing with him. They love playing with him. Talking to Jabari Small after the game, he said after a long run that Hooker had, where I even commented he was Dobbs-esque the way he got out of a sack, and Jabari Small went up to him and said, "You're special," and he said he's found himself watching as a fan. So he was like all of us, just witnessing greatness, and Tennessee needed that greatness this afternoon.
No Cedric Tillman, but receivers did step up, and especially Ramel Keaton. Brew McCoy looked good. Jalen Hyatt looked good. Ramel Keaton steps up.
That catch was amazing.
Amazing. Should be on SportsCenter top 10 plays, and that was a big momentum swinging, being able to score a touchdown there before the half. Ramel Keaton stepping up big today.
Yeah, the middle 8 in this game was really good. That's the last 4 minutes of the first half, first 4 minutes of the second half. Tennessee goes on a 99-yard drive. I was saying they should kind of run it there and punt. Florida didn't have any timeouts left. Don't risk anything. You're getting the ball to start the second half. Josh Heupel doesn't operate that way. Jeremy Pruitt did. Josh Heupel does not. They went 99 yards, got a touchdown there to take a lead into halftime, then go right down the field to open the third quarter. That was really important because you got 2 consecutive scores. In the second half, this game was sort of like a tennis match where it was back and forth. Who was going to break serve. And Tennessee's defense finally made a play when Amari Thomas got the fumble, and Florida couldn't stop Tennessee, and Tennessee went down to make it a 17-point game, which we thought was safe at the time.
Yeah, we thought, and we're not going to touch on the ending on this particular piece of content, but the defense did enough to get the job done. Wasn't pretty. Anthony Richardson, I believe, over 300 passing yards.
Over 400 passing yards.
400. I'm sorry. Oh boy.
453.
But the one good thing that they were able to do, and I was kind of curious about this, they stopped the run, and that helped them overcome maybe some deficiencies in the secondary.
Yeah, and Richardson, he's a really good quarterback. Let's be honest. He didn't look great the past 2 weeks, but he was great tonight. Tennessee's defense is what it is. They have some deficiencies, but you talked about the play with Thomas, the early 4th down where Elijah Simmons blew up the middle of the offensive line on a 4th and 2. It's tough when you're playing a team that's going to go for it on every 4th down. So Tennessee had to overcome that as well, and they made just enough plays at the end, and their offense got the job done to get this win.
Yeah, it'll be an enjoyable 2 weeks. Tennessee does not play next weekend. Now you have a week off before you prepare to LSU, and you'd rather go through that week with a win over Florida than what would have been an all-time loss, which is incredible considering how Tennessee has lost to Florida in the past. We've got plenty of coverage of Tennessee's win over Florida coming to Go Vols 247 podcast, stories, video, all the fun stuff, because the Gators go down to the Vols. And he's Patrick Brown. I'm Ben McKee. Go Vols 247 here at Neyland Stadium.